Okay guys, welcome back. As you can see, today is the day I'm gonna fit the cylinder head, and not all of the parts, but a lot of the parts are laid out here before you. This is the cylinder head that I cleaned up, valves all cleaned up and lapped in, new cylinder head gasket, the cam chain guides, and new washers for the bolts. These are down as copper washers, but they don't look like copper washers. But anyway, those are the ones, the part number for the bolts. There's a little M6 bolt that goes in underneath that holds the head down, and you know, at the left hand side. And I'll just turn this this head over and let you see it from the other side. Alright, so here's the head from the other side. Here, as you can see, I have the rocker rails in and the rockers. That was all covered in a previous video. I've also got the valve springs in, the valves, the little collets, and I've also put these things in here. Those are my own. They're normally for a stock head. There's normally like a sort of like a dowel there, hollow dowel, and but these are my own machined no flow replacements. You can get commercially available ones from expensive lightweight stuff, but these are ones I machined myself and put in there with red thread lock. I haven't any shims in yet, obviously, so I'm just more concerned with actually getting the head on and tightened down. Okay. Oh, and I wanted to also say that these cam chain guides here, both of these are from a ZRX 1200 engine that I bought and split, dismantled, well, quite some time ago, and I'm using the cam chain guides from it because they're actually in better condition than the ones I took out of my ZRX 1200. Here's the ZRX 1200, and as you can see there, you can see that area there is a little bit worn. You see that? They're exactly the same part number and the same piece, but I just think you can actually see the different color there, that light gray color that shows that it has been worn more. And this is the ZZR 1200 one, and I think it's in better condition. And also the other cam chain guide, the upper one, I think it is in better condition than the ZRX one that I took out of the bike. So anyway, these'll be going into my bike in preference for the old ZRX ones that I took out. And the other thing I want to do is, here are all the cylinder head bolts, the 10mm ones and the 11mm ones that I've got a drop of kerosene here in a plastic tub. So I just want to make sure, I just want to clean them all up and make sure that they're in perfect condition before I use them. I've got little toothbrush here that I can give them a good scrubbing with, and and get them all cleaned up, and then fit them. Okay, so let's just scrub these. As I say, I have brass brushes as well here, so I'll maybe just give them a hit with that first. Make sure they're all cleaned up, and there's no dust or grime or any old bits on there, contaminants on there that shouldn't be. Alright, just that's one anyway. Just give it a wee dry here, and you can see it. You can see it compared to one that I, haven't cleaned. Do you see that? You see the threads on that one there that's not cleaned? See that? All them wee grimy bits and bobs, and up round the top there as well. So I'll just get stuck into cleaning all the rest of these here in preparation for fitting them. Okay. Okay, so that's the cylinder head bolts all cleaned up, and look at the state of that kerosene there after me cleaning those. Now you'd have thought those weren't actually too bad before I did that, but well, there's the evidence, and there you are. That's one. See, what you don't want any little bits of grit or any wee bits of contaminants or anything on the threads that would impede you tightening them up, and then that's the 11mm one. There's the 10mm ones there. I just want them perfect. And then they're paired up with their respective washers. These are what would be categorized as the copper washers. These are the steel washers that go on the 11mm ones. Those go on the 10mm ones. Actually, these are the old copper washers that come off them, and they genuinely look more like copper if you look at them, but they're to be replaced. But and the ones that the new ones, there's the part number there, and they actually don't look like copper at all. They look more like well, like a plated steel. Could be wrong, but anyway, that's the right part number for them. If you look at that compared to that, that looks more like what it's meant to be. But either way, that's it. They're ready to go. Okay. So just regarding the washers for the cylinder head bolts, this is the part number here for the 10mm ones, and a matter of fact, you can actually see that it's listed here as 10.5, and these, and they're that sort of silvery color, and the 11mm ones, again, it's actually listed on the label of the part number 920221720. These are for the 11mm bolts. You can actually see that there, and they're that black color. So you can't really, you can't really go wrong. That's the ones for the 10mm bolts. That's the ones for the 11mm bolts. All right. Okay. And you can actually see them here side by side. That's for the 11mm bolts there. The bigger hole, millimeter bigger hole than that one there. All right, guys. Okay. Oh, and the other thing to remember also is to put a wee bit of this, well, you can use just engine oil, or you can use just a mixture of assembly lube and engine oil, 10 parts oil to 1 part assembly lube, or you can just use oil. just put it on your you know, your both sides of your washers before you you know, tighten up the bolts. Just helps to prevent the washers from binding or galling against the underside of the bolt and the top of the head whenever they're being torqued up. All right. Okay, so let's do this here. First thing, obviously, that I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 4 studs here out that I put in way back at the time whenever I put the barrels on, the cylinder barrel on, and in order to put the pistons in from the top. So they're the first thing that have to go now. They're just on there to you know, stop the head from, or the cylinder from falling off whenever I was doing that exercise, you know. So we're taking them out, them 4 out. Okay. All right, and the next thing that people expect that you would be doing, the very next thing would be to put the cam chain in and hook it around here and just let it come up and droop it over there. And yep, that's what the manual says to do, but I'm not going to do it that way. Next thing is that I'm going to do is I'm going to put both cam chain guides in, because I can get right at that perfectly. Or sorry, it's right there. I can get right in at that, and I can also put the cam chain in after the cylinder head's on, and a lot of people don't do that. I just don't like it hanging over here, and then you having to reach down and fish it up while you're trying to get the cylinder head on and hold it and all that business. But in this case, I'm going to do it the other way around. I'm going to put the cam chain in last, actually. Okay, so we'll put the rear cam chain guide in first, and there's two. It has 2 of these. You see that all right? 2 of these spacers here. They look like washers, but they're actually, there's like a double kind of a part to them, you know. And there's one to go on there, and then there's one to go on the front. And it's always, like as I say, if you put the cam chain in first, and then you try and get this rear cam chain guide in, you're always like footering and fiddling about with this here, and it wants to drop off and stuff like that. So I'll put a little bit of grease on the on that one. See, on the back of that, like that, and put it on there also, and that'll actually help to hold it in place, in position. See, like that. Okay. The rear cam chain guide is this one, and it has a little dowel type spacer. So I'll put another wee bit of grease in there, and put that in there like that, and then that holds that. Okay, and then I can fish that down in there like that from the top, like that, and the bolt here, and I can put the other spacer on the other side, and it has to have some thread lock on, non-permanent thread lock. Okay, can you see that all right? Right, now I can put that in through there like that, and I can fish that in through there like that, and I can tighten that there up to, it's 20 Newton meters. I think I'll put that in there first. Now, we're going to tighten it up to 20 Newton meters. Definitely. That's that. Perfect. Okay. Now, you're probably still panicking there thinking, what's he doing that for? And he hasn't got the cam chain in or anything. But we'll not worry about that just at a minute. Alright. Okay, so the front cam chain tensioner, or sorry, cam chain guide, actually, cam chain tensioner, what a load of nonsense. Cam chain guide goes in, see those two wee notches there? That's where that goes. That goes down in there like that. That's that. And that's them both in. Okay, simple as that. All right. Next thing is the new cylinder head gasket. Here it is. I'll just take it out and fit it. All right. All right. So it just goes on there, just making sure that that is perfectly clean. That's perfect. And that just goes on there like that. All right. Now, there's a couple of dowels go in there and there. All right. Let's fit them. This one. Okay. So, now, put the head on. All right, let's do this. All right, so that's that now. We'll just have to put the bolts in. And that's her done. All right, so the 10mm ones, that's these ones here, this head. These ones go in the outsides. There. There. Oh, and make sure, obviously, make sure you've got the right washers on them. There. And there's the last one. There. On the 11mm ones, the steel washer, the black steel washer, they all go in there. Okay. All right. Now, the other wee thing is, before I tighten any of those up too, I just want to engage this. This is a wee bolt, a wee 6mm bolt here that that goes up in underneath the head, up in underneath here. I'll just show you it here. It's easier if I just show you it. It goes there. See there? Just to engage it, really, you know. I mean, you're not, we definitely don't tighten that one first. You just want to make sure that it's engaged. There's another two, but I've already got them. That's it. We're ready to tighten down those head bolts, and then that'll be the head on, and that's it. I just tighten them down, or you know, just screw them down with this here first, you know, to you know, just make sure every one of them's in before you start getting into torquing or anything like that, you know. All right. Okay, so let's tighten these up now. We're looking at this here, that is the front. The front's over here. Okay, so the first one you do is like 1, 2. You know, you're going, and they're 20 Newton meters first. So I'm just sort of nipping them, you know, a wee bit until I get them to 20 Newton meters. All a wee bit, you know. And then I'll do them in sequence. Okay, so this is first one here, 20 Newton meters. 2, that's 1, 2, 3 is that one, 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so they're all done to 20 Newton meters. The 11mm ones, which is these ones here, they're now torqued to 57 Newton meters. Okay, so I'll go for my bigger torque wrench here. 57 Newton meters. We'll do them again in sequence. That's tight. Three is 4. 5. 6. Oh, right. And the the other ones, the 10mm ones, these outside ones, are 47 Newton meters. .47. I'll maybe do that, see if I can do that with the other torque wrench here. Might be able to do it with this one. Might not. .47. Yep. Last one. All right. So that's it, guys. That's them all on. All right. Now I can hear you screaming. You haven't got your cam chain in. How's he going to get it in now? He's got all them in and torqued up. Okay. Not to panic. Let's do it just to show you. All right, are we ready? Here's my cam chain. Okay. So I'll just drop that right down there between the two guides. Okay, there you are, and I can just get that on there like that. All right, okay, panic over. There it is. Oh yes, and not to forget this wee one here. This is 9.8. Get at it here. That's it. That one there's 15. And that one as well is 15. Okay, that's them all done. So I'll take this off again. So there it is, guys. Taking shape now. I'll get round here that you see it a bit better. There it is. All right. Okay. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, hope you like this one. Another milestone achieved. Engine's nearly ready to rock, isn't it? All right, guys. Thanks a million. Stay tuned for the next one.